Joining me now, an ER doctor who's been on the show before, who keeps it real with me, Sean Ochsenbein. Doc, how you doing, sir? I know you're busy. Last time we tried to get you on last week to talk about the vaccine thing, you're busy. You're saving lives. So let's talk about this right off the bat. You have a governor, and he's not the only one, because let's face it, Senator Kamala Harris just said it the other day at the debate, that they don't trust a vaccine if it comes out underneath this administration. Doc, does it matter who's in charge in the White House when the FDA and all these entities and these companies, Johnson & Johnson, create a vaccine and it gets approved? Does it matter who's sitting in the White House?
Well, it absolutely does matter. Great to be here again, Dan. I will say this, it's a huge disservice to the medical workers that are out there right now risking their lives to have politicians that are not on the front lines saying that once a vaccine is developed, which will save lives, that they will not use it and they will not support it. You know, the president's put a lot of funding into making sure that we have a vaccine that's usable quicker than ever before. And, you know, they don't want to realize that that's going to actually become true. So now they're getting out in front of it and discounting it, which is really disheartening to a lot of physicians.
You know, this president, since day one, has been damned if he does, damned if he doesn't, like my grandma used to say, right? First it was, you're racist and xenophobic for doing the lockdown on China. Then a couple months after, you didn't lock down soon enough. Then it's get a vaccine, get on it, help people. You get on it, you push a vaccine through faster than recorded in our country's history because, let's face it, companies probably sit around, suck off the government, you know what, make money until they come out with it 1, 2, 3 years down the road. The president said, no, let's cut out the red tape, get it done. Now he gets one coming out. We've got, what, 4 different companies working on it? And now from the left, it's don't take it because it might be harmful because it came from Donald Trump. It didn't come from Donald Trump. How many different companies are working on this right now, Doc?
So right now, there's over 30 companies working on a vaccine. There's been 5 that have been identified by the United States government, including Moderna and Pfizer, that are kind of the front runners. Interestingly enough, Moderna is coming out with an basically an mRNA vaccine, which has never been done before. So that's why they're already into phase 3 trials. So this is something that is going to help us not only with this virus, but multiple that we will, see, I'm sure in the future at some point. So the money that's being put forward is making a difference. The vaccines that are, on track right now to be approved, hopefully within the end of the year or early next year, are going to make a difference and save lives. And people need to stop politicizing this. The companies that are working on this are the top in the world. And I guarantee you that when one goes live, a vaccine is live, it'll be ready.
So we've got companies that have a history of doing this. They know what they're doing. And then on the government level, you have a FDA and who else? It's 2 or 3 different government agencies and then have to approve it after all these clinical trials are done by these professional companies who've been doing it for decades. But explain that process then. After we get through the trials, then the government still has to approve. Again, this is not President Trump approving it. These are independent government agencies that have been doing this for decades.
Absolutely. So once we prove that the vaccine doesn't hurt people, once we prove the vaccine works, and then once we prove that there is no significant long-term kind of effects of the vaccine within the near future, then, this research is published. Everybody can read it. And at that time, government agencies like the FDA, the CDC, and the World Health Organization can make a determination whether or not it's ready for millions and millions of people across the United States as well as the world to receive the vaccine. I can tell you, the research that has been put into this so far has never been done on any virus in the world ever. And where we are currently from when the virus was first seen in a live patient, we are leaps and bounds ahead of what we've done before. And I can tell you it's because of the gene sequencing and the people that have been put in charge of this initiative. And that's why this is where we are currently with already research in phase 3. And we're already seeing that, people are making appropriate antibodies to the vaccine, to the virus with the vaccine. So we're seeing the end marks that we're supposed to be seeing currently with the trials that are taking place.
But Doc, that's not the narrative. That's not the narrative we keep hearing from folks on the left in the mainstream media and politicians. No, President Trump waited too long. He has screwed this whole thing up. This isn't a good vaccine. I mean, everything that they could say negative about how he's handled it to how this vaccine is coming out is wrong, according to them. Then I listen to someone like you who's on the front line who says, we need it, we got to get it. And you're composing yourself very well, because let me tell you, I'm so mad. I don't know how I'm keep myself together an hour each night. You're there seeing folks with this deadly virus daily, and you're not jumping out of your seat screaming from the rooftop. I don't know how you handle it, Doc. You're a professional. Let me tell you.
Well, I appreciate that. Listen, Dan, the facts don't lie, and physicians base decisions on facts. And right now, the facts are showing that the vaccines that are in production are going to work.
Best way to end the interview. I'm done. Dr. Sean Ochsenbein, thank you so much for joining the show again, keeping it real and talking to us about some real facts when it comes to the coronavirus vaccine. We will call upon you again, sir. Have a great day. Get back to work.
Dan.
I know you're busy.
Thanks a lot. I will.
Yep. Coming up on Real America, she made national headlines for simply nodding in agreement with our president during last week's NBC town hall down in Florida. There she is, straight ahead. We're going to introduce you to the nodding lady. She is unmasked and uncensored and telling us all right here on Real America. Don't go away.